coaches, my teammates, my family, my agent, everyone that was involved with everything. I just want to say thank you so much. I'm super grateful. If you would have told me 3 years ago I'd be here today, I don't know if I'd believe you, but this is everything that's gone on. Even these past 3 years, the whole journey, it's been amazing. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm in love with the process and seeing how things develop. And that's really what I feel like that's happened here. Nothing happened overnight. We had to work for everything that we've gotten here. So I just want to say thank you.
What is it like? When do you remember just how you felt at that moment?
Yeah, I remember, my agent would update me every week or every 2 weeks of what was going on, with the conversations that they were having. And he said the conversations were great. There was never any time where he felt like something wasn't going to get done. So it's been going on for like 2.5 months, almost 3 months since the end of the season. And I remember, I had just landed or was just leaving to get to Detroit 2 days ago. And he told me, there might be a deal. We're talking, he was at his son's football game. So it's kind of loud in the background. Usually when he calls me, it's quiet. He's like in his office. So he's calling me with I heard background noise. I'm like, okay. He's saying, we might get a deal done pretty soon. I'm not sure. I'll keep you updated. I was like, all right, just let me know. And so I land, what was it? Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, I have a student appearance with USAA, and I get done with that, and I'm on the phone with, actually Jared calls me. I'm talking to Jared, boom, boom, boom. He's asked me if I'm gonna come in for workouts. I said, yeah, I would have came in today, but I had a thing to do. And I actually get a missed call from my agent while I'm on the phone with him. And so I call him back. He says, I think we might have got a deal done. And I said, oh, really? He's like, yeah, I think we got it. And so he ran me through the whole deal. It sounded good. Everything that, we wanted, everything that they wanted, it was perfect. So, yeah, it was crazy. And then I was actually going to Ford Field while I was on the phone with him. So I was like, shoot, let me just get a video while I'm at Ford Field. This would be pretty cool. And so I did that, and then, yeah, it was just crazy timing.
What does a deal like this say to everybody in that locker room that you come here, you put your head down, you work hard, you perform, and you'll get rewarded? And the same thing with Penang. What kind of a statement does that make from the organization to the players in the locker room?
I think it means a lot. First off, I feel like, if you play well and you're, a great teammate and everything, you're going to get rewarded. The Lions have shown that. No one can say anything that the Lions don't pay their players. I mean, they've clearly shown it that they're going to reward you with good play and everything else. So I think the players in the locker room, they respect it. They appreciate it. They understand, the work that we put in as players because they're with us every day. So it means a lot. And I know the players, the teammates, like I said, they respect it and they appreciate it.
Do guys around the league talk about that? Like your friends with other teams, do they reference, hey, just the Lions taking care of their guys? Like, does it matter to them?
I think,
Future free agents,
yeah, maybe, I guess. I feel like that's not talked about too much, but I feel like every team has everyone has a preconceived notions about teams, if they pay their players, if they don't, whatever it is. But, if you want to say it about the Lions, you can't say it anymore. They're taking care of their guys, and they're drafting the right guys, getting the right guys in here, free agent, whatever it is. So it's awesome to see.
I want to drill down just on what you said about, if you had said this 3 years ago, you wouldn't have believed it, because you're a guy that, obviously you carry these chips and you have high expectations for yourself, and so maybe in some way surprised by that, right? Like you would have thought you would have been one of the better receivers in the game, and this happening. Can you just explain a little bit more maybe why this is, what's surprising about it for you, I guess?
Yeah, I wouldn't say what I've done is surprising. I would just say the whole journey that I've had is surprising. Just being here with the guys that came in, a lot of the nucleus is still here. Coach Campbell, a lot of the coaches, Coach L, Ben Johnson, he was a tight ends coach when I got here. So just seeing everything unfold of how it did, and the timing of it just being like exactly 3 years ago, just everything. It's like for me, it's like a Cinderella story. It's perfect. So that's really what I meant when I meant like the whole journey, the whole story is just, it seems unreal.
Given all that, the Cinderella story and all that, I'm curious what it was like for you last night, stepping out of that stage, the largest crowd in draft history is in front of you. What that moment was like for you to kind of cap this week.
Yeah, it was awesome. Before we walked out, it was, Me, Jared, Aiden, Eminem. I actually got a selfie with him. Pretty cool. Um, Calvin, Barry, the commissioner, all in one line, just talking about ball, whatever we wanted for like 10, 15 minutes until we had to go out. And so they went out first. Obviously Eminem, he's a pro. Got the crowd hyped up. I didn't know. I knew there was a lot of people there, but I didn't know how many. Like looking at it from, in person. So I'm walking out, and I'm like, damn, I've never seen this many people in my life. Like I play football games. I've been in front of 100,000 people, whatever, 90,000, but there was like, I was just telling someone earlier, it's like I was Travis Scott at a concert, like at a rager. I can look down. Like, I was looking up to look away. It was crazy. But there were so many people. It was awesome to see the fans, the city, all coming together. I just feel like everything's happening, all at once at the right time for this city, for the fans. It's amazing to be a part of.
I know you're an SC guy, but you brought in the Alabama guy, Terry, yesterday. I guess your thoughts on that pick. And we're playing so many Alabama guys. Do you see like a certain trend of guys coming in right away to be ready to play? Like, what's the difference between those guys when they come in into the league?
Yeah, this is damn near Alabama U, huh? We get him every year. Yeah, I haven't seen too much tape of him. I mostly watch some of the receivers coming out, just because I like watching receiver and seeing what they do. But I'm sure he's a great player. I know Brad does a great job of doing his homework on guys. Obviously, I know they can play ball, but even besides that, the type of person he is. So I can't wait to meet him and get to work with him. He's a DB, so we're gonna be going at it at camp, whatever it is. I'm excited. But not Alabama. They put out guys. They have a great system over there with the coaches that they have there. You look at the guys that we have here from Alabama, a bunch of guys that played early, made plays, and are going to continue to make plays for us. So I know he's going to be straight.
Amon-Ra, that rookie deal wasn't pocket change, right? Like, but this is a different level of money. You got to be smart with that rookie deal just in case. So what do you do to take care of yourself? What's something like maybe you've been holding out at that you're gonna spoil yourself a little bit with that kind of signing bonus, that kind of money?
Yeah, I'm not really like a guy that spends money like that. I haven't even thought about what I really want to, buy or do. Definitely want to take care of my family. That's, first and foremost probably is to do that because, without them, I don't think I would be here today. So just take care of them if they need anything, where they don't really have to worry about anything. That's really always been one of my goals is to take care of them. So I'm glad, I'll be able to do that in the future.
You can elevate that.
You've been relentless since you were drafted about trying to be the best. And I know that will continue even after this, but was there a moment when this all unfolded when you kind of just could sit back for a second and say, I did it?
I would say, yeah, I was in a car by myself when the news kind of broke, because like I said, I was at Ford Field, then I had to go back home. So while I was in the car, my dad called me, I talked to him for about 2 minutes. He told me how excited he was and proud of me he was. And then one of my best friends texted me, and I was close to crying, but I didn't. I was just, super excited. I felt like a lot of weight has been lifted off my shoulders. But then, like I said, I was about to cry, and then when I didn't cry, I was like, okay, it's time to go now. Like, it's real. Now people are going to be looking at me like, he makes this much money. What is he doing? Like, there might be even more eyes on me. So that's that pressure that I like to feel, that I want to put on myself. And I love any expectation that people have of me. I always got to meet him and do more. So I'm excited for me. It's like an opportunity. I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to get back to work.
May I ask in German? Du standest gestern auf der Bühne
Ja.
mit Detroit-Legenden Eminem, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson vor deiner Stadt und wurdest bejubelt. Wie war das für dich?
Es war geil. Ich meine, da waren so viele Leute da. Wie ich gesagt habe, ich weiß nicht, 200.000 Leute. Und ich war noch nie auf so einer Bühne mit so vielen Leuten vor mir. Die Fans, die waren krass, die waren laut, die haben gejubelt. Und mein Jared Goff-Chants waren ganz geil. Ich habe das alles geplant. Ich habe mir gesagt, wenn ich da rausgehe, sage ich was auf dem Mikrofon. Und ich sage Jared Goff und er hat gesagt, mach das nicht, mach das nicht. Ich habe gesagt, ich mach das. Und dann, das war einfach perfekt. Das war, ich meine, Detroit, wir haben die geilsten Fans hier.
Die Detroit Lions sind jetzt ein German Market Team.
Ja.
Das heißt, ihr werdet wahrscheinlich in den nächsten Jahren mal in Deutschland spielen. Freust du dich darauf?
Ja, ich freue mich sehr. Ich will hoffentlich dieses Jahr in Deutschland spielen. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir das noch machen oder ob nicht, aber in den nächsten paar Jahren hoffentlich kann ich in Deutschland spielen als eine Mannschaft hier. meine Mutter will, ich meine, ich werde vielleicht 20, 30 Leute da haben aus Deutschland, Familien, Freundin, was noch. Aber ja, ich freue mich ganz sehr, dass Detroit ja eine richtige Marke ist für Deutschland. Danke.
You know, more eyes are going to be on you. You said it yesterday, right? You're only going to go harder. So you've had these incremental improvements every year, all pro last year. What's the next evolution of Amon-Ra St. Brown look like to you?
I got to keep doing better. Yeah, you know, every year I wanna be better. That's the goal. Improvement and consistency, I feel like, is the biggest thing. So, you know, whatever I did last year, whatever in your eyes I did last year, I got to do more. Whether that's, you know, obviously you can look at stats easy and count those up, but being a better leader, a better teammate, whatever it is, anything to help my guys, you know, better in the run game, because, you know, those don't show up on the stat sheet, but you can look at the tape and see, yeah, he got better last year and from this year in the run game. So there's just little things like that that, you know, I want to improve on, limiting my mistakes, less mental errors, whatever it is. I want to improve from last year to this year.
Morris, you're coming off of, you know, this huge moment, this contract, and you take a stage yesterday to that crowd and you start a chant for your quarterback. You come out, I think this door or a door here at Allen Park after you sign, and you have teammates there with balloons to celebrate you. What can you say just about your teammates, the support for you, and just the support here at Allen Park for each other?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I think Khalif Raymond, you know, orchestrated that whole thing. So like I tell everyone, he's the best teammate I've ever had. He asked me if I was gonna have family around or anyone to, you know, celebrate the signing. I told him no, because just the way everything happened, it happened so fast. You know, it's just I came out here. You know, the draft was out here, had appearances and responsibilities to do for the team and whatnot, but the fact that I had to sign, I got signed, was all happened so fast. So I wasn't able to get family out or anyone. I remember he asked me, was it yesterday? We had workout too. He's like, you have family coming? I said, no, I don't. And then I'm at an appearance. He's calling me, what time are you signing? And in my head, I'm already thinking, like, is he trying to show up or whatever? He said 4:30, and then I FaceTimed him, and he was like at a store. I said, where are you at? He's like, oh, I'm just, you know, at a store or whatever. So I didn't know what was really going on. And then ended up signing, come outside, and it's Khalif, Craig, Jamar, DPJ, and TK all waiting for me. So, you know, they planned the whole thing. He was buying balloons when I FaceTimed him. I've come to find out. But, you know, the teammates here, the guys that we have in this locker room, I mean, it's so much love. It's insane. I can't put it to words. You know, you hear all these stories that the NFL is a business. You know, you don't really get to make friends like that, whatever it is. But I feel like I've made a bunch of, you know, lifelong friends here. And then the whole Jared Goff thing, I told him before, I said, first of all, I thought we were going to speak because I saw Travis Kelce's last year. I was like, oh, they all got on the mic. So I'm expecting I'm going to get on the mic. I asked the lady, I said, are we going to speak? She said, oh, no, you guys aren't speaking. I said, oh, no, I gotta do a chant for Jared. So I told Jared, I'm doing it. And so we get up there, and I actually told the commissioner before we go, I said, I got to say something on the mic. He's like, go ahead. He was cool about it. And so I kind of started off. I wouldn't say anything. No one was going to say anything. So I went out there. I went out there and, you know, whatever, said what I did, and then had the Jared Goff chant, and then Jared went up there, and then everyone had to go. If us two went, like, the next we're going, so we made Calvin go, we made Barry go. So that's kind of how the whole thing went down.
And just so we don't feel left out, the German stuff, do you are you going there at all this year, this summer? Do you have any appearances? I mean, I know obviously the Lions have that, you know, partnership with marketing.
I'm going to Germany. I'm going every year. I have a camp there every year. Had one last year, so I'll be going after our vet mini camp in early June, mid-June kind of. I'll be flying out there, having another camp. So it's a lot of fun to be out there. You know, I kind of grew up out there. I was out there a lot as a kid, so I know the area. I'm familiar with the people, the culture, everything. So football's actually growing a lot out there too. It's surprising me because as a kid, when I was like 8, 9 years old, there was not really any football. It was all soccer. And now, maybe because I'm more aware and more conscious of things, but I'm seeing like football jerseys, actual football things like in stores. It's crazy to see. So I'm glad the sport is growing, you know, internationally. I think it's only going to help everyone. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
How desperate are you to play there? I mean, to have a game in front of those fans.
You know, I wanted it last year bad. I was telling Ellie. I kept hitting her like, are we going to get the game? Are we not? She said, we're getting the first game opener versus the Chiefs. I said, all right, I'll take that. But I definitely want to play there bad. it would just be, like I said, another thing. If you told me you're going to play in Germany when I got drafted, I'd be like, there's no games in Germany. What are you talking about? So things like that I feel like if I had one, it'd be like a bucket list thing. That would be just for my family, for my mom's family, just my other side of the family. It'd be cool.
It's like the perfect situation for you. I mean, as you look back, like to be here, like everything just worked out. It couldn't have been better. Organization, the winning fans, the Germany. I mean, everything sort of like has to have been what you would have dreamed of as a kid, I guess.
Yeah, I was telling people earlier yesterday, and I didn't when I got drafted. This is the one team I didn't want to go to. If you told me you're going to Detroit, I'd be like, damn, I don't know. But now looking back on it, it's probably the bet. I don't think there's any other team that could have done, or I don't think I would be able to do what I did on any other team than here. Like I said, the people, the organization, the coaches, the players, the city, the fans. I didn't know coming here what kind of fans they had here. I knew it was for the most part, a losing franchise. So I didn't think the fans were like this. I thought it was just going to be whatever. But I remember my rookie year, the fans, they were at almost every game, and we weren't winning any games, and they were still there supporting us. So just from then on, I knew what kind of fans that they had here, the people of the city. And that's something that I really appreciate as a player because, things happen in sports. You have losing seasons, you have winning seasons. But to feel, loved and supported by your fans is great. And that's what, that's what Detroit, the Detroit city, the fans are like. But the situation that I was brought into, early on, some might say, it's not the best, but I feel like, we have the last laugh right now, all of us that came in. But we still have a lot of work left to do. We fell short last year, which was, a heartbreaker, but I feel like we can learn from that, and I feel like we're excited to get this new year going.
On a lighter note,
Last one.
Caleb Williams was out there talking that he dominated you in bowling. Is there a chance for a rematch, and are you just as competitive in bowling, or does it mean he's blacklisted from the podcast?
No, he's definitely not blacklisted. We're gonna get him on. He did beat me in bowling. That is true, but he lives like 5 minutes from the bowling alley. I don't go bowling often. I know this fool's in there probably every 2 weeks bowling. I can tell from his form and everything. Like, you bowl a lot. Like, I don't bowl. But we probably won't get a bowling rematch. I said, see me on the field. I'd rather do that. So we'll see him twice a year. I'm a fan 363 days out of the year except for those 2 days. So good dude, great dude. I'm excited for him, happy for his family. But like I said, those 2 days, I'm not a fan of him.
You got 202 strikes a day.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.